Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Cogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. This show is all about heroes, and this morning has been incredible. It's heroes that really, they do something, all right? They're not couch potatoes. They make a difference in their community. They know there's so many people that may say, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, but they keep on plugging away. And maybe perhaps they're creating something new, something that's been around for a while. And that's what our next guest, he's a hero, okay? A hero that can invent. Our next hero has created something really cool. And we have Scott Lamascus in the studio. Now, Scott, to contact him, you go to HiRiz Now, let me spell that out to you. It's HiRiz Hoops.com, or you can go to Eliances.com because we'll have the interview posted there, Eliances.com. Now, Scott, we're going to get right into it. Take it away and share with us what basketball has to do with your invention.
Well, there's a lot of basketball hoops out there that are adjustable. And a few years ago, I decided to modify a basketball hoop that I'd found on Craigslist, actually, and incorporate an actuator inside, and it goes up and down electrically through the use of a remote control.
I mean, that's pretty cool. So you started this, you bought it, you put the actuator on it and that. But at what moment, though, what inspired you, and how did you come up with the idea? In other words, exactly what were you doing that you said, you know what, I think I could do something better with a hoop?
Well, I'd have to go back probably to the 90s when my kids were little, and I'd be sitting on the sofa, relaxing, and they'd drag me outside wanting to adjust the hoop, and most of the time it was a mechanical adjustment with detents. You'd use a broomstick and adjust it that way. And a lot of times the mechanical adjustment, it had detents that get tent or rusted or whatever, and so it wouldn't adjust very well. And I just started thinking to myself, for about 10 years, how could I modify this to make it easier for my kids to adjust so I could relax on the sofa?
Excellent. And I'm thinking... and that's great because, with that, I know, with my kids and they were playing basketball, they want to be able to move it up and down for different things, different tricks, doing things all the time. And yeah, you're right. It's very difficult to be able to do that. And you may not be able to do it on all hoops and stuff. But so you've been working on this idea for 10 years. Now, this is where it gets interesting, listeners. All right. He's been thinking about this for 10 years, right? Now, how long from the time that you said, okay, I'm thinking about it for 10 years. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start working on it. How many years has it been? Or how long?
Well, so about 7 years later, I had a little bout with cancer, and that kind of sped up things a little bit. I thought, well, I kind of want to contribute something more financially to the family, thinking that this would be an easy process, which it's not. But as soon as I was done with the recovering from cancer, I started drawing it up on paper, went in my garage and started manufacturing one, and been doing it ever since. And I've been through about 4 or 5 revisions trying to make the quality better, and I think I'm finally about there.
I mean, and the idea is to never give up. I mean, you've been working away on this. You had a life-changing illness thing that occurred, yeah. And I mean, incredible. And you could reach Scott Lamascus. He's in the studio at HiRiz and that's HiRiz Hoops.com, or you can go to Eliances.com, the place where entrepreneurs align. So what advice, though, do you have for others that maybe have an idea that they want to bring to fruition? Because you're pretty much there. This is taking you a while, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat to get to there, a lot of, how do you do it and stuff like that. Now that you're pretty much at the tail end, what advice do you have for others that have an idea and they want to do something?
Well, like you said, you can't give up if you really want the idea to come to fruition. And other advice I would give is screen who you're hiring to help you, because there's some people that are in it just to make the money, and sometimes might overcharge you or whatever. And also try not to make things too complicated. Any inventor out there is going to make things way complex at first than it really needs to be, more than likely.
So you come up with this while you're playing basketball with your son. What was your son's reaction when you shared this with him of going, hey, we've been playing and all this is going on? I mean, what was his reaction? Because he was probably one of your first people I imagine that you shared this news with. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3 children. They all think it's incredible. And my son, oldest one, played basketball for about 10 years, and he thinks it's great.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Was he like, oh, Dad, are you really going to be able to do this? I mean, this is a big thing. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of people that, family members and outside that don't quite see the vision. And you just got to keep sticking with it.
And that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Plugging away. And are you a hero in business? Are you doing something for the community? Are you leaving your mark on society? Are you inventing? Are you creating? Are you building? Are you starting? Are you a hero in business? Go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. And we have the inventor of a new type of hoop system that you gotta make sure you check out. Go to HiRiz.com. That's HiRiz Hoops.com. And fact two is you're also a member of Eliances, the place where entrepreneurs align. Share with us maybe what it was like, because I know you attended a roundtable that, we held a roundtable every week, but what was it like the first time that you've attended an Eliances roundtable where entrepreneurs align?
It was pretty incredible. I was taken back by the group, and there's a lot of members there that are very experienced to kind of help out. And I think it's a great group to be a member of.
Now, your hoop is really cool. Have you got other options that will be planned in the future that'll be added to this?
I've got a couple options. One's Bluetooth speakers. I have a hoop at home that actually has the Bluetooth added to it. And I've also done some engineering towards solar panels, putting solar on it, and it you don't need a plug-in.
And this has never been done before, right?
Never been done before. There's not another one out there like it.
Right. So all the people listening out there, make sure you keep this a secret until he has it coming out and stuff like that. And, as a startup, who would you say, because I think this is one of the most important things, is that with startups, we have cheerleaders, right? People that are cheering us, because there's enough naysayers out there. Who would you say has been your biggest cheerleader? Someone perhaps that has encouraged you to pursue this?
My wife would be my biggest cheerleader.
Fantastic. And we're lucky and fortunate that she's in the studio now today, because she is cheering away here in the studio. And if you're on our 360, we could see the surround video. You can go to Eliances.com to check it out, and you'll be able to check out Scott and his wife, who's the biggest cheerleader here. And what advice here's something very important. Now that you've kind of been through this, 10 years later in that, what advice would you give to your son should he have an idea or product that he wants to create or launch? Because we have many children out there that are thinking and dreaming and going, maybe I'm playing this sport and can do this better. But what maybe in particular would you like to leave as advice for your legacy to say, here's something of what I learned most. Here's some advice that I would give to you.
I guess you would have to research the market to see if whatever you're inventing or the idea that you have there's a need for it. And then I guess stick with it,
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Because how many people now, they write something down, maybe they sketch it on a napkin, and then they just kind of go, and they leave it out and never do anything with it. Where you actually did something with it. In fact, when you created it, when you were thinking of it, did you start first taking notes, or what was maybe one of the first steps so that we can get a little bit more into somebody that's thinking of thinks they've got an idea?
Yeah, I was sitting in my easy chair with, recovering from my bout with cancer, and used Microsoft Visio actually, and just started putting some rectangles on there and, little symbolology for electronics and stuff like that. And that's how I got going. I handed it, after I got the prototype done, I handed it to my attorney, my patent attorney, and he said that was good enough. I thought I'd have to have a real complex sketch, but you probably can actually patent something on a napkin if you want to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And a hero is one that doesn't give up. one that has an idea that can take years to develop along with energy and money. Our hero, Scott Lamascus, has certainly done that, and you will soon see his basketball hoops all over. And remember that you heard it first here on the Hero Show. And when we return, yes, we're going to have the grandson of Nathan's famous hot dog empire. That's right, the famous Nathan's hot dogs. David Cogan with the Eliances.